Joy Reid's breakdown here. I want to show you this clip of this Mexican who is being interviewed here by, I guess, another Hispanic person who believes that Donald Trump is not a good person. Watch this.
You're going to vote for Trump in 2024.
Yeah.
Why?
He loves Mexicans.
What makes you say he loves Mexicans?
He talks a lot about us. He thinks a lot of us, so hey, he loves them.
So you love Trump. So you're going to vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
What about when he said most Mexicans are crossing illegally? What do you say to all that?
It's true.
Oh man, that is a classic. That is a classic. All types of Hispanics, right? Venezuelans, Dominicans. Like, take a look at this one right here.
I've had plenty of comments like this, more and more, even in the past. I voted for Biden. That's probably why Trump lost. I'm one of them 7 million votes that he didn't get. Because I voted. Because I was told I was black. And I should vote Democrat. So I voted Democrat. I'm not doing that no more. And after I'm witnessing them trying to take down Trump as much as possible to keep him from getting back in that White House, that makes me want to vote for him more and more and more. We need somebody in there that's real. Not these puppets like Biden. Biden is a puppet. He get in there and he get in front of that camera and he does what they tell him to do. Trump wasn't going to let them tell him what to do. See, that's why I'm looking back on all this shit now. And I'm not going to let another black person or another white person tell me who to vote for. Trump 2024, that's all I got.
So what, guys, this response is wicked. Listen to how she just has a meltdown over this. She has a meltdown over the fact that black people don't want to vote how you vote. They don't believe in what you believe in. They're not sellouts because of that. In fact, you could agree to disagree, but you choose not to. You choose to attack them anyways. Here we go.
But we begin tonight with a weird trend that we've noticed coming out of MAGA Republican world. This is a party, after all, whose base is overwhelmingly the same demographic that gets its news from Fox. So let's just say not super diverse. But since Trump came along in 2016, they keep insisting that because of him, Republicanism is booming among black people, despite there being no evidence of that. And as Donald Trump's troubles have gotten more intense, Republicans are leaning into a new twist on this narrative, namely that Trump being an accused felon has broadened his appeal with black voters.
I think this is endearing, especially many black men, to President Trump.
As one black lady I spoke with earlier today here in New Orleans said, Trump's a gangster. And that means he has cred among a new block of voters that perhaps have never given him a serious look, and now they're looking again.
Black Americans throughout our history have felt unfairly victimized by the system. Historically, there's some truth to that. The mugshot unintentionally created a bond between Donald Trump and black Americans. Over the weekend, with the help of mugshot merchandise, the Trump campaign raked in over $7 million. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot T-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas.
Oh, bless your heart. It's critical Trump theory now. And it doesn't stop with just co-opting black oppression. No, they are trying it with hip-hop culture, too. Remember back in the 1990s and early aughts, it was a normal thing for rappers to name-check Trump as a symbol for wealth and power. Nelly, Young Jock, and, of course, Kanye, who later, as the MAGA hat-wearing Ye, would be used by Trump to convince black voters that he wasn't racist. Trump in the Oval Office even pardoned Kodak Black and Lil Wayne. See, he's on your side, blacks. The irony, of course, is that his hip-hop avatar was based on a media-constructed lie, like Cribs and The Apprentice. Trump was never a billionaire. He wasn't a real estate king either. He just inherited a lot of money, lost it, declared bankruptcy 5 times, and still got bank loans because he made himself famous. And his track record for racism goes back to the 1970s. So in that sense, he was doing what some rappers do, playing a role. And Trump's electoral strategy to win over black voters, or at least pretend to make white voters feel better about him, failed. But now it's a legal strategy, too. He's even hired lawyers who defend rappers in court. while yelling, defund the police. It's like they finally understand that systemic racism is real and systemic oppression is real. It just isn't real for anybody but Trump.
The next day.
And I guess all those like polls or phantom polls that
the next day, here's the proof. I mean, bruh, she has, you want to talk about a meltdown. That is what you call a meltdown, ladies and gentlemen. Someone that is just really unhappy about the fact that Trump's polls among black support right now is between, it was at 8% around.
show Trump has an increasing percentage of the black vote. That's all made up? I guess, they don't like that. They're criticizing the Fox poll. I get it. But Raymond, the thing is, we have to all remember.
It's not just.
Hold on.
It's not just the Fox poll. There are others, Axios, Reuters, they're all saying the same thing.
Well, we have to remind everyone that you cannot be authentically African American in the eyes of some on the left if you don't subscribe to their views on a variety of issues. That's why they never thought Clarence Thomas was authentically black. Tom Sowell was never black. Walter Williams, any of the people that we featured on our show, they're not real. They're fake, or they use phrases that are horrible like Uncle Tom. So that's what they think. They're not actually authentic. So I take issue with that.
Well, Democrats are apparently seeing the same polls that everybody thinks is make-believe, and I think they're worried, Laura. It's so bad. Al Sharpton is trying to revive Trump's urging the death penalty for the Central Park Five in the 1990s.
Let them come and tell the rappers and others that are being seduced by Trump what he did in his hometown to innocent black men.
Now, wait a minute. Rappers are being seduced by Trump. He better watch that. Joy Reid's liable to tell him he doesn't know any black people. But the interesting thing here is, of all the people trying to recall the early 90s and the late 80s, Laura, Al Sharpton should be the last one talking about race and that period. I have two words for him. Tawana Brawley.
Tawana Brawley.
Remember that hoax?
They trying so hard, man. Joy Reid, Al Sharpton, all these different people are trying so hard to make sure that they bring up every little bad thing to make sure that people do not vote right. They want to make sure that the black vote is intact. They want to make sure that you are intact. And if you are not intact, you are not black. And that's just a crazy way to think, bro. Like, I think that, look, if you want to be a Democrat, if you don't want to vote for anybody that's red, or I get that. I respect that. But the issue here is that many people think like Joy Reid. In fact, many Hispanics as well. The point is that you should be able to vote for whoever you want to vote for, no matter the color of your skin, no matter what it is that you believe in. And I think that the media is definitely responsible throughout time for narratives. And you have to be a narrative breaker in order to have people understand exactly why you vote the way you do. Like, in my opinion, the reason why I wouldn't want to vote Democrat is for many reasons, many social issues, many different lies, telecasted lies. And maybe that's the same reason why some people wouldn't want to vote Republican, right? I don't take that away from people. But telling people because of the color of their skin that they should not vote a certain way, that sounds more like white supremacy to me.